Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh here with a kind of for fun deck that I built over the weekend, and this deck is proving to be very, very powerful. And for those of you who are going to be all, oh no, it's not meta, this deck isn't competitive at all, why did you build this? You know, go ahead, I'm a very competitive player, but still. If you have any suggestions for this deck, I would really appreciate it, because I am taking this deck seriously, and I would like to trade for all this stuff, and if I can, I might take this deck to locals at some point. But that is a Mazera DeVille deck, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with this card, it is very old. This card cannot be normal summoned in your set. This card cannot be special summoned except by attributing one Warrior of Zera on your side of the field while Pandemonium is on your side of the field. If Pandemonium is on your side of the field, when you special summon this card, your opponent discards 3 random cards from the hand. So you basically destroy your opponent's hand. So for the deck, we have 3 Mazera DeVille, which is the centerpiece of the deck. And also that art is just completely awesome. Then 3 Warrior of Zera, it's a normal monster, 16/16. Then I run 3 Noble Knight Artorigus, which we'll get to that later, because I run 3 Rescue Rabbit. Now, Rescue Rabbit searches out your Warrior of Zera and it searches out your Artorigus. Then, to complement Rescue Rabbit, I run Tour Guide, Sangan, Leviair. Now, I run 3 Archfiend Generals. Basically, it works exactly like E-Hero Captain Gold or Warrior of Atlantis. You just use this to add Pandemonium to your hand. Spirit Reaper, I tech 1 Spirit Reaper because I've been doing that in all my decks lately. 3 Effect Veiler, and since I have so many lights and darks, I go ahead and use BLS, just to give me an ultimate play and a really big boss monster. Now, Pandemonium, aside from special summoning Mazera DeVille, Pandemonium does absolutely nothing for this deck. So I only run 2 because it is a dead draw, and the only thing I use it for is Mazera DeVille's effect. Allure of Darkness, I have a lot of darks, and I can use this draw power. Mind Control lets me Ixies. Pot of Avarice, this deck loads up the grade so fast, I could not believe how fast it did. So Pot of Avarice, it's a plus, and lets me recycle all my normal monsters, my tour guides, stuff like that. MST Heavy Storm Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Book of Moon, Stables. 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, 1 Torrential for traps, and then 2 Solemns and 1 Solemn Judgment. Extra deck, I use Chimera Attack, Stardust for in case I use Starlight Road, then Maxi, MSTs, all the side deck stuff. This deck's pretty weak to removal, so I use a lot of can't be destroyed by battle stuff. Then I use all kinds of different Ixies, just all kinds of different TCG legal Ixies, just because, and I use the Gaia Dragoon thing in case I mind control a large Ixies of my opponents. So basically, this deck focuses on destroying your opponent's hand and summoning out beaters that they have no way of dealing with. Now, the most broken opening this hand can possibly have is Pandemonium or Archfiend's General, Rescue Rabbit, and Mazera DeVille. Rescue Rabbit, summon 2 Warriors Zera, summon 2 Mazera DeVille, and your opponent has no hand. Now, if you open that, your opponent starts the game with no hand. Can windups do that? No, windups can't do that. This deck can. So, if you have any suggestions for this deck, I think it is really, really cool. But if anyone has any suggestions for this deck, I would love to hear them, and peace out, YouTube.